if literally, this field would be at a much smaller level if it were not for her championship of entrepreneurship over the last 30 years. About 31 years ago that she started the Consortium for Entrepreneurship Education, really helped support this movement. She was the first to do it at an association level and has won many awards. One of them is the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award from the United States Association of Small Business Enterprise. She's a former president of the United States Association for Small Business and Entrepreneurship. And one of the things that really inspires me about Cathy is that you can't tell by looking at her, but she's 78 years old and still going strong as ever. So, Cathy.
On this side, they'd have to let me come up on that side. I'm so pleased to be here. This is a wonderful opportunity to meet with this awesome assembly of entrepreneurship education believers. And believe me, it's been hard to get those believers in this country over 30 years. It's my privilege today to share the launch of National Entrepreneurship Week, the 5th annual celebration of entrepreneurs in our nation and all of the programs that help prepare our young people and adults to be successful entrepreneurs. Know that you are sharing this event with educators, everything from elementary, middle school, high school, community college, adult educators, their students, their parents, entrepreneurs, community developers, and all the people in this country who advocate entrepreneurship education as a lifelong learning process. As we celebrate President Ronald Reagan's 100th birthday, I didn't know he was going to tell how old I was, but anyway, as we celebrate Ronald Reagan's 100th birthday, I determined that there are some things that he and I had in common. In 1980, he recognized the importance of entrepreneurship to our nation and the process of creating jobs. And it was then that we created the Entrepreneurship Consortium, and for the past 30 years we have been building networks around the country of people who believe that entrepreneurship education doesn't occur in one place at one time, but that it is a lifelong learning process. And all of us need to work together to make it successful. Can you tell me how many of the over 31 million firms in the United States have no employees? Anybody want to try that? No employees. 40%, 52%, 81% according to the SBA. That's 25.4 million people who run a business with no employees. Now think what it would do to our job numbers if every year we were turning out 25.4 million new entrepreneurs. Didn't they say 500,000 is what was done in the good times in our country? 25.4 million have no employees. So I think that those of you who are working with entrepreneurship education at any one of these levels is contributing something to our economy. Whether they have employees or not, they are employed. The consortium hosted National Entrepreneurship Week nationwide for the past 5 years. In 2004, the Kauffman Foundation funded us to do a project called Accelerating Entrepreneurship in America. And the way we went about it was to go to the U.S. Congress and get a resolution that said that entrepreneurship should be celebrated nationally every year at the national, state, and local levels. And so for the last 5 years, we have been doing that with all of our networks across the country. Each year we host a time when local programs can create their own events and celebrate their local entrepreneurs. My belief is that it takes 50 entrepreneurial states to make an entrepreneurial nation. And so my focus is on encouraging every state to communicate with each other, to network with each other, to share what you're doing at all levels of that lifelong learning process, and to help build entrepreneurship state by state by state. This year is an important part of National Entrepreneurship Week. We have initiated the National Honor Roll for American entrepreneurs. And we've invited all organizations across the country to nominate an entrepreneur for this honor roll for 2011. We post their profile on our website for National Entrepreneurship Week. We make it into a press release, and we encourage the local programs to give that press release to their local publicity opportunities. I was interested in the previous conversation about how we should be publicizing entrepreneurship, the entrepreneurs and the programs that create the future entrepreneurs. The consortium members also believe that entrepreneurial literacy is terribly important and very much overlooked in this country. If you ask people about entrepreneurship, you get this kind of vague look about, well, yeah, I think it's important. But if you gave them the 20 questions for all Americans, which you will find in your little red folder. Did you all find the little red folder in your white bag? Well, in there, you will find the 20 questions for all Americans, which you can see if you can answer, and if you can, you can give yourself a genius certificate. We provided these for our local programs to use. Go to your principal and see if he can answer all 20 questions. Ask the mayor in town if he can answer all those 20 questions. The idea is to get publicity about the things that we're teaching in entrepreneurship and how important it is. The consortium has been providing a clearinghouse nationwide for all kinds of activities in support of entrepreneurship. And some of the important things that I wanted to tell you about in my last minute is that we've developed national content standards for entrepreneurship education. We ask entrepreneurs across the country what they do and what you need to know to do it. And the result is 403 performance indicators that enable you to build curriculum based on solid content, based on what entrepreneurs told us. So we hope all of you will use it. It's free on our website, and our website is easy to remember. It's how you spell entrepreneurship the easy way. It's entre-ed.org. So in closing, if you all believe, as I do, that entrepreneurial skills and motivation are the opportunities for success for everyone in our nation, I urge you to join the consortium for the next 30 years as we move forward to offer a helping hand across the nation to those potential entrepreneurs. And remember, the entrepreneurs of tomorrow are in our schools today. So let's all celebrate National Entrepreneurship Week in style. Thank you.